Right, two goldfish are in a tank. One says to the other one, how'd you start this thing? Right, come on guys, you've got to be commenting on the jokes or give me more jokes. Otherwise I'll stop doing them. Right, okay, one question. I've been getting loads recently. I've been getting loads. And if you don't know, we've been doing a run on the ninja martial arts thing. And if you don't know who I am, my name's Anthony Cummins. I'm the author of Book of Ninja and Ninja Skills, which I'll talk about in a minute. And I have declared there is no ninja martial arts. That's not true. So the question always comes up is, well, surely they developed their own martial art because of the nature of what they did. Right, guys, this has already been recorded. So I'm saying there's no specific hand-to-hand combat facing ninja, that ninja do. And people have said, okay, but there must be something that they've developed to deal with the situations they're in. And there is, and I've told you about it a million times. It's in the Book of Ninja, yeah? And the different things like that. So there are situational moves you can do. It isn't its own martial arts system. There isn't a ninja martial art, but it says in the Book of Ninja multiple things. For example, when you go through doors, you know if it's left or right, whether they're in a Jodan position or a Chudan position, because the way that the arm hits the wall. So you can identify if they're going to stab you or come from above, just because their elbow is in the way of the wall. Okay. The other one, if you're running away really fast and somebody's going to jump on you, stop and let your sword hit back and then cut them down. If you're the person chasing it, go round, don't chase directly behind, go on a different path, yeah? Those ones. We've got use your Sagyo cord to push and wrap spears. That's there. We definitely have the sort of and Mubyoshi Ryu, run away as fast as you can, and if you're chasing a shinobi, do a sort of rugby dive and cut the back of his Achilles tendons. These things happen, yeah? We have evidence of these things. They're already in the scrolls. So for those people who are saying, well, surely the ninjas developed their own martial arts because of the situation we're in. No, they didn't. That's like saying the sort of bouncers have developed a secret bouncer martial art because they only ever attack front ways because their friends are behind them at a doorway, and bouncers only have door martial arts. There might be a few things bouncers do because they're in a specific situation, but they don't have their own independent martial art that they've passed on from bouncer to bouncer throughout the generations because it's the only thing that works in a doorway. Do you know what I mean? That's silly. And the other thing is, too many people are thinking of John Wick. There's the John Wick problem, I'm going to call it, and the ninja expectations. So people are saying, oh, well, ninjas sneak in and do different things, so they must do different martial arts. Well, actually, so do samurai sneak in. In fact, samurai often sneak in on a shinobi mission. So how do you work that logic? So, in fact, shinobi are not full-time. Some samurai, probably earlier on, shinobi were not full-time shinobi. They're just samurai warriors who are trained, and one of the things they're trained in is ninjutsu. So, for example, imagine a Royal Marine Commando. He can, or an American, Marine Commando. He can march on parade. Some of them can do drums. They can all shoot long range, and they can. Marines will go to sea and do seamanship and understand ships and things like that. You even get fighter pilots who are marine. They will be on ships and everything. But you wouldn't say like they only do stealth. It's not true. It's one of the things that they do a lot of, but they do many things. So earlier on, samurai would have been like, yeah, I can do the ninja stuff as well because I've trained in that, but it's not the only thing I can do. And then eventually you get somebody who's really specialized in it. So, and the other idea is the John Wick problem. And the John Wick problem is the idea that people think when somebody has infiltrated a position, they're going to keep going and going, fighting, or the raid, the tower, the raid. I've got into the building, I've been spotted, so I'm going to fight my way, boom, 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 fight my way, fight that. No, shinobi is dashing as quick as possible because they're going to die. And the other thing is there isn't there's this fantasy idea that ninjas would do some sort of hand moves and get out of it. They're behind the most complex enemy lines. They are deep in enemy territory. If they find you're a dead person, or you've got to disappear, so you've got option of kill the person who's seen you and then run, or just run. Do you know what I mean? There isn't this idea that you're going to fight your way to the Lord and kill them all. You know what I mean? It's not John Wick. So not that. So when people say to me, Anthony, okay, there's no ninja martial art that's proven, but surely they would have designed or developed something. No, they wouldn't, not really. And what they did say is run fast as you can, use firecrackers to get out of there. If you're going through a doorway, hold your sword like this one, put your short sword like that, just in case somebody hits you. If you're running, somebody might Achilles tendon you, get out of the way quickly. There is no specific hand-to-hand combat thing, so it just wouldn't work out. So every time I get that comment, oh, but just the nature of their business meant that they would have designed something. They already did, and they say specifically, learn Kenjutsu, learn Iai, learn Jiu-Jitsu, learn all of these things. But on the whole, and it says in Gunpo Joshua, ninjas get out of the way. They don't concentrate on fighting. They move out very fast and get away. So the best way for you guys to get into real ninjutsu is this book. This is the best way to get into it. Yep, and go through that. That is Ninja Skills, and that really will get you on the right track. All right, guys. So hopefully that covers that question. There is just not reasonable. So people are trying to jump and say, hey, these guys, they've got a real ninja martial art. And even though Anthony Cummins says there isn't no such thing as ninja martial arts, maybe because it's situational, it's really been passed on. Absolutely not. We know what they did situationally, and there isn't a specific ninja martial art. I'm going to leave you with the point now. Is Stephen Nojiri said to me, he said, because this last few weeks this has come up loads, he said, you just have to understand, Anthony, no matter how deep you go into the ninja research, you will forever be the guy explaining why ninjas don't have ninja martial arts. And I'm really sorry to the people who are my die-hard fans, but these questions keep getting asked, and I've got to answer them because people genuinely believe it's a good question. You're like, no, it's the question was answered years ago, but they just don't seem to understand it, or they seem to, you know, I'm not saying people are bad, they just haven't realised that yet. It's not Hollywood, it isn't The Raid, it's not John Wick. You're going to die very quickly if you get caught. So you've got to get out of there very quickly.